Hello, Chris Godinez, licensed professional counselor, also the host of We Need to Talk on every Sunday at noon. This video is for educational and informational purposes only. If you feel you need a therapist, please go to Google, type in therapy, your city, Psychology Today will pop up, click on that, and it will have therapists in your area. The views and opinions stated herein are mine and mine alone. They do not represent the ACA, the APA, or any other damn therapist for that matter. Boom, shakalaka done. Okay. In this time of craziness, a lot of people are writing in and saying, oh my God, the ex or the narcissist or the parent or whatever is either hoovering or they're being nasty or they're, and then they so badly, we as targets so badly want to defend ourselves. Guys, you've got to stop defending yourselves. You've got to learn to go with the flow. You've got to learn the river, okay? So, and what I mean by that is, when we are having to deal with somebody who is abusive, somebody who is a narcissist, somebody who is malignant, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, we have to learn the river. And we have to learn how to work with the obstacles and the weirdness as opposed to fighting against it. So let me read something to you from my buddy Brenda Collis. She is a realtor here in town, and I love this woman. She's amazeballs. She's a mentor of mine. She is a friend of mine. She's amazing. So, all right, so this is what she posted. She gave me permission to share this with you guys. I will admit, I have been a little blue the last couple of days. Yesterday on our walk, I told Patrick, that's her husband, I had decided to see things in a different way. Years ago, on a river run in California, we were taught by the river guide to understand the river. If we were thrown out of the raft, to lay down and lay into the rapids. The river knew where it was going, and my job was to surrender. Funny thing was, I was thrown out of the raft and met the rapid called the Mother. Not good. I remembered what I was taught, and I laid back and I rode the rapids. I ended up underneath a canoe, which thankfully held my nephews, who pulled me out. Never during that time did I panic, because I remembered that I was not in control, the water was. So in this moment, I am letting the water flow, and I know soon enough that there will be a peaceful pond at the end, and everyone there waiting to hug each other. Thank you to my amazing nephews. Thank you to my friends. Thank you for this story. Stay focused. We know that we will all hug again. So I thought that was really a great analogy for how we have to deal with craziness in our lives, whether that craziness is manufactured by people or whether that craziness is manufactured by a stupid pandemic. It's like, whoa! So when we are having to co-parent or co-custody with an abuser, with a narcissist, it really is parallel parenting. It is, think of it this way. When you are out in the ocean and you get caught in a riptide, the riptide sucks you out into the ocean, right? And if you swim against it, you're just going to exhaust yourself. You're going to, I keep using this water analogy, but I think it's really good. Maybe it's because I watched Frozen 2 the other night, but the water has memory. So when you swim against a riptide, it wears you out and it ends up sucking you out into the ocean and you die, right? So when you are having to get out of a riptide, you swim parallel to shore. So that's kind of what we're doing when we're dealing with abusers and we're having to co-parent, we're having to raise kids, and we're having to do this and that. So you swim parallel to shore until you get out of the way of the rip current and you are safe, then you make your way for shore. So, and it takes a lot less energy, because if you're swimming against this current that's going this way and you're going this way, you're going to wear yourself out. So what you do is you swim parallel to the shore. So parallel parenting. You're not, they are the riptide. You are swimming out of the way so that the kids are safe and you're safe and they're getting the parenting that they need without you constantly being in a battle with the narcissist. So remember, narcissistic parents love to argue and they love to be right and they love to win. They want to win at all costs. That is their basic tenet and goal in life. So if you are constantly responding to everything that they are doing or saying or whatever, if you're constantly, well, but what you're doing is you're swimming against the current and you're giving them delicious, delicious supply. Remember, your angst, your anger, your sadness, your tears, that is delicious to them. They are sick motherfuckers. And that is what they get off on. What you want to do is you want to cut off their supply. You want absolutely to cut off their supply and force them to look elsewhere. So, I'm sorry for whoever the new supply is, but that's not your problem. So you want to cut off their supply. You do not want to be giving them their, emotional cocaine, so to speak. So what you want to do is not respond. So, and this is where Susana Quintana comes in handy. Oh my God, I love her and Sarah Picaro. So what Susana does is she will help you go through the emails. So these crazies, they will send manifestos basically, and damning you and telling you how horrible you are and what a terrible parent you are, and you guns. And basically what you have to do is you have to learn to sift through that, detach, not take it personally, recognize the source. Okay, where's this coming from? Oh, a disordered, cruel, vicious, evil person. Wow, okay, I don't need to believe any of this bullshit, nor do I need to defend myself. Wow. And that is freeing, guys. If you can get to the point where you no longer have to defend yourself from these false allegations, you've won. You've won. Isn't that a wonderful feeling where they can send this nasty manifesto and you could read through it and go, oh my God, you're smoking the ganja. Do you see where I'm going with that? It's like you got to get to the point where you have some humor about it, because some of the things that these people come up with, Susana and I are just like, what drugs are they doing? Holy crap. So Susana Quintana, Suzanna, Quintana, QUINTANA.com. She's a life coach. She's a narcissistic recovery expert. She's been there, done that. She understands how to go through these emails. But the point I want to make is that in any difficulty in life, in any weirdness in life, learn to go with the flow. Learn how to work with the weirdness. That doesn't mean you approve of it. That doesn't mean that you're lying, rolling over and accepting it. What it means is you're going with the flow until you are safe enough to get the hell out. Okay? Just like my buddy Brenda did. It's like she went with the flow, she surrendered, and she ended up being able to be pulled out by her nephews. So, or she would have been able to pull herself out eventually at some point. So the point being is you don't seek revenge. Seeking revenge is a fool's game, and all it does is give them narcissistic supply, and then they go, oh, goody, goody, goody. I'm just going to keep doing this because I'm going to keep getting what I want. You want to cut them off totally. You want them to go cold fucking turkey with you being the supplier. They're going to have to look for it somewhere else. So going with the flow, swimming parallel to land until you can get out of that nastiness, that they're trying to suck you out to ocean with. Swim out of it, parallel to land, then swim to safety. Does that make sense? So I like that analogy. a lot. And the other thing I wanted to point out, and I'm going to bring it up again on Sunday, because Sunday we're going to be talking about, I'm titling it Hung by Their Own Petard. So what that means is they're being hung by their own banner. They're being exposed by their own behavior, and why, when they implode, is that dangerous to us as targets. Especially if we're living with them, especially if we're quarantined with them. I want to talk about the signs and symptoms, what to watch for, how to kind of stay safe, etc. So it's really important to learn to go with the flow to stay safe. It's really important to learn how to swim parallel to get out of the danger zone so that you can completely leave and get safe. And Frozen, I was going to talk about Frozen. So the other thing in Frozen that I really, really loved, and I'm going to bring it up again on Sunday, is that the Frozen 2, okay, spoiler alert, if you have not seen it, turn off the volume now. In Frozen 2, Elsa is like, I desperately want this thing that I've been searching for my whole life. It's a person, it's a place, it's a whatever. And then she finds it, and it turns out it was her. What I have been telling you people all along. Hello, it's you. You are the person you need. You are the person you have been looking for your entire life, regardless of how your parents treated you. You are it. You are your own parent. You are your own source of self-esteem now. You must reparent yourself. I cannot express the necessity of that, is that really taking this time period to work on you. Self-Esteem Workbook by Glenn Schiraldi. You Are a Badass by Jen Sincero. That's another great one. Doing things for you? What do you want? What do you need? What are your wants? What are your desires? Because remember, the narcissist loves to dictate to us what we want. No, you don't want that. No, you don't need that. No, you don't like that. What? Yeah, and this is why people, when they come out of these relationships, feel so lost, because they've had somebody telling them who, what, when, where, how, why for, days, months, weeks, years, decades. So anyway, that is it. So go with the flow. Surrender. You do what you can. It really is the Buddhist worry chart. Is there a problem? Yes. Can you do something about it? Yes. Well, then don't worry. Is there a problem? Yes. Can you do something about it? No. Well, then don't worry. So it's really mastering your thoughts. Remember, I talked about mastering thoughts and learning to surrender. Do what you can, swim parallel, get out of that dangerous channel. The dangerous channel is the revenge, guys, and the wanting to engage. Let me just make that clear. The dangerous channel is engaging with an abuser when they're trying to suck you into their games. Swim parallel, get out, go to shore. So there that is. Anyway, I just wanted to share that with you because I thought that was so beautiful that Brenda, posted that on her Facebook page. And I was like, can I use this? And she's like, of course. And I'm like, okay. Anyway, so there that is. Surrender. Go with the flow. Swim parallel. Get out of the danger. Don't engage in revenge or defending yourself or anything else. Only respond to things that have to do with the kids. Other than that, you do not respond to anything else. Okay? Listen to me now. Believe me later. All right, so Sunday's show is going to be on when the abuser implodes. And there's been a lot of that, unfortunately, going on with this quarantine. There's been a lot more domestic violence calls, basically from every state that I'm hearing. So we're going to talk about the signs, what to look for, how to protect yourself, how to stay safe, how to go with the flow, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And that's it. All right, guys, have a good day, and I will talk to you on Sunday. Bye.